Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost. Somebody yesterday said peace plus beast equals beast. Beast. I'm YouTube Fame is now available in 2009. The album. Dad. I tried my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. Today we're going to talk about Kat Von D. And Jeffree Star. This is so weird for me, you guys, okay? So, I was going to make a whole video talking about Jeffree Star and the reveal of his new palette, which is called Blue Bloods. And, Blue Bloods? I think it's called Blue Blood. Anyway, we'll look at it in just a second. And, I was just going to kind of give my response to it and let you guys sound off in the comment section below. That's what I like to do. That's why I leave my comment section open so you guys can have a conversation down there. But as always, be nice. Don't send anybody any hate or anything like that. We can be nice while talking about this stuff and have an educated, intelligent discussion. So I was just going to do the Jeffree Star thing. But then Kat Von D came out with her video defending the rumors or talking about the rumors of the things that had happened in the past. And I was like, okay. So I'm going to talk about this. I've made several videos about the Kat Von D anti-vaccine thing. So I want to talk about it. I just got done watching her entire video. I went and got coffee. Hello. So grab your coffee. And ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang, ding-dong, ding. House of Drama, Drama Phone. This is Peter speaking. Kat Von D drama. Who? Who? Kathy Von D? Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? I'm just sitting here watching this Kat Von D video. I'm so confused, Jane. Oh, you watched it. You're confused, too? Well, why, Jane? Oh, I'm confused for the same reason. She didn't really say anything. She didn't explain. I'm so confused, Jane. All right, bye. So anyway, I watched this Kat Von D video. Listen, okay? I am so confused by a few things, and we're going to talk about the Kat Von D video in just a second, because I know that all of you are here for the Jeffree Star reveal. What does Peter think about it? Because Peter said going into 2019, listen, it's the real deal over here. I'm giving 100% my honest opinion about things. Love me or hate me. But we can all have different opinions about things. You can see me like priming this up, right? You can't really say shit about Jeffree Star anymore, okay? Jeffree Star is like at the top of his game, and if you don't like something that Jeffree Star puts out, everybody's like, ah! So anyway, let's talk about what Jeffree Star did. Okay, Jeffree Star, I have it all primed up. He put out on Twitter today at 1:38 p.m. He put this picture up in here. I'll put his tweet with it. And he put, introducing the hashtag Blue Blood eyeshadow palette. Who said a sequel can't be just as good as the first? 18 shades, extreme payoff. Entire reveal of the palette plus collection will be on my channel tomorrow. Packaging is a hybrid of a jewelry box and a coffin. So, I will be doing a video about what I think about his video tomorrow. That will probably be my video tomorrow, talking about his whole collection and kind of, you know, I've done that in the past with Jeffree's collections and things like that. I don't think I'm probably on the PR list, so I mean, but anyway, so I'll be giving my full response to that tomorrow. And I have to tell you, so, okay, before I get into this, let me just say, I am a huge Lady Gaga fan, right? But I remember when Born This Way came out, and I heard it for the first time, and I was like, yeah, I don't love this song. I listened to it a second time. Yeah, I don't love this song. I kept on listening to it over and over and over, and now it's one of my favorite songs, right? And that's kind of how I am. I don't know if any of you are out there the same way, but like I don't necessarily like hear a song for the first time and I'm just like, oh my God, this is my favorite song of life by people that I really like or whatever. Typically, it takes me some time, you know, to kind of get, and then I become like a super fan of whatever they put out there. So that being said, when I looked at this, it just didn't do it for me. I know everybody in the entire world is like so excited about this release, and I'm very excited about the part 2 of the Blood Sugar palette. But when I looked at this, and honestly, like, I always kind of have these predictions, or I think this is going to happen. I really had no idea what he's going to do. I thought he was going to do something medical for part 2. I honestly did. So when I saw this, I don't know, maybe it didn't live up to the expectations of what I expected. And I looked at it and I really didn't see coffin. In fact, I'll tell you what I saw when I first looked at it was it reminded me of, and I had just been talking about this in a vlog the other day, was it reminded me of the episode of Little House on the Prairie when Nellie gets mad at Laura at her birthday party because Laura touches Nellie's, what do you call it? I thought she had stolen it, and then somebody corrected me. That Nellie catches Laura touching her, like, jewelry box. Do you guys remember this episode? Here's the picture right here. Laura, half pint, stay off of Jeffree Star's palette. So anyway, that's what it kind of reminded me of. And then I looked at it. I just don't see the coffin part of it. I just don't, okay? And I've seen some coffins in my life, and I don't really see the coffin part of it at all. But when I looked at it, I was like, this kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know, the 70s Brady Bunch kind of like jewelry palette, which is interesting because when you think about like Blue Bloods, like it doesn't, and the packaging says Blue Blooded on it, it doesn't really go along with that, and unless he's going to explain tomorrow, or I'm completely missing the boat on this, that Blue Blood he chose for a different reason, because to me, Blue Blood means like of nobility, of wealth. I mean, when we think of like, you know, people that are, you know, like duchesses, like, you know, and things like that, and princes and kings. Like, I think of that as blue bloods, or like the wealthiest of the wealthiest, right? Or like the richest of the rich. And so I think to some degree that's kind of where he's going. Like, this is probably going to be, we know it's probably going to be a blue toned palette. Like the richest of the rich blues is what I think we're going to probably see from that. That could be very exciting. I love that there's always a theme with Jeffree Star's palettes. But when I looked at this, I just was kind of like, I don't know. And so I looked up 70s jewelry box, and this is the first thing that it pulled up, okay? Which I was like, oh, that's interesting because that looks very similar to the palette that Jeffree Star put out. Now, I'm going to show you the whole page on Google. This is kind of funny, okay? I pulled up the whole page on Google for you guys so you could see what was right underneath it. Do you see that Fabergé egg right there? You can't because my fan's in the background. Do you see that Fabergé egg right there? Does that look like anything else? Interesting, isn't it? Anyway, so I just wasn't like blown away when I saw it, and everybody's going, oh my God, I have to have it, I have to have it. I will say this, okay, that if you remember these jewelry boxes from back in the day, you would open them and they would have a ballerina that came out. If you open this blood sugar palette and there's a ballerina that is Jeffree Star, I will be gagged. I will truly, truly be gagged. That is the packaging of the world, okay? So anyway, but, you know, I understand where he's going with this concept, and I think it will be interesting to see the whole reveal tomorrow. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm sure I'll be probably sitting on here 2 weeks from now and being like, oh my God, I love this. It's the most genius packaging in the entire world. I'm allowed to have my opinion changed, okay? I am. But my first reaction was I was just kind of like, it's okay. You know what I mean? So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now, let me tell you why this is a funny video to make, right? That Kat Von D and Jeffree Star are making the video on the same day. I think I said this at the beginning and then I like talked over myself. I talk over everybody else. I might as well talk over myself too. So, my very first drama commentary video ever was on September 1st of 2016, and it was about Jeffree Star and Kat Von D. And what happened was they were getting into this argument over a logo, and then they went their separate ways, and they're not friends anymore, as most people know. That was not smart of Kat Von D back in the day to not be friends with Jeffree Star. So I had like watched the video. I watched like, I think, Jeffree Star's video, and then Kat Von D had made a video, but I think she made her video first, but I watched them like that. And then I noticed that Sanders Kennedy had a video about it, and Karina Kaboom had a video about it. I had no idea that there was anything called a drama community back then. I know, I just didn't, right? And that was my very first video, is how I fell down the rabbit hole of all this stuff. And then I found Manny and all this kind of stuff, and I was just like, oh my God, I didn't even know that all of this commentary, video, drama stuff exists. This was, listen, okay? This was back in the day, okay? This was like first grade of drama community. Like, we weren't throwing receipts up into videos. We just weren't, okay? It wasn't about all that. It was literally about sitting on, you know, camera and having my opinion about things. I mean, it just was. It was like way back then, right? Things have changed. Times have changed and all that. So anyway, it was interesting to me that now Kat Von D has come out and addressed this. So if you don't know the history, this is what happened. So Kat Von D, somebody said something to her on an Instagram picture. She addresses this in the video. The video that she came out with is called, I am not a Nazi and I am not anti-vax. And it is 11 minutes and 1 second long, and she has no ads in it that I can see. And it has 32,940 views on it as I'm making this video. And the likes to dislike ratio are disabled from the video, and the comments are disabled, right? Which is interesting because her Instagram comments are not disabled. I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. published today, and she says underneath here, as hard as it was for me to film this video, I hope it brings some much needed clarity. It didn't. No, I'm more confused now than I was before. Please watch until the end of the video. I read a little letter that I wrote to all those who've sent so much hate towards me and my family. It would mean a lot if you listen through. Lastly, I want to thank you ahead of time for understanding why I'll be turning comments off on this post. I just want to promote positivity, and unfortunately there are way too many trolls out there who aren't capable of having considerate conversations about topics like these. Okay, so going into this, I'm not gonna send her any hate, okay? I mean, she's a human being. I don't believe that you deserve any hate any more than anybody else does. So that will not be the intention of this video. And if you leave comments about Kat Von D below, please try to be as considerate as possible, okay? What I will say about this video was it was very interesting to me. The first half is all about the rumors that she's anti-Semitic. She leads this conversation, which was really interesting to me because she goes in and kind of defends the backstory of what happens, and what she says, I will let you watch a video, I do not believe should ever happen to any man or any woman out there. I feel for her. You know, her story, to share that publicly, I can't even imagine how hard that would be for her. But she leaves it with talking about there's this misconception that she's white when actually she's Latina, okay? I don't know why this was needed in the video, except for I think what she's saying is that if you're Latina, that you can't be, you know, anti-Semitic. I guess that's what she's trying to say. I just was very confused about it. So she goes into this whole thing, and the thing that was interesting to me was that she really never addresses the rumors that people have had concerns with, okay? She addresses this, like, picture that came out and all this kind of stuff, but she never really comes out and addresses, like, the exact rumors of what's going on. Now, I have learned a bit about making apologies and how to do them and not how to do them. And what I have learned is that at some point you just need to zip it, and you need to sit back, and you need to work with your support system around you like I have been doing, and really trying to just be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Take ownership over your parts, publicly or privately, it doesn't really matter. See your wrongs and try to improve those, okay? And over time, your haters are probably never going to change their opinion about you, but maybe some people will see, hey, I can see that this person's really trying to change. I didn't get that from this video with Kat Von D. I really didn't see her taking a lot of ownership or wanting to change or any of that kind of thing. And what was interesting to me is when I went over to the Instagram, her Instagram, where she posted a picture of the video, and she commented below, what she said underneath there was like, or she said that she put this video up and it was really hard for her to make or something like that. Okay, I literally went through pages and pages and pages of comments, which it says underneath there that comments are limited on this post, which I don't know why that is, maybe so she can keep control of it. What is interesting to me about this, okay, with all the negativity that Kat Von D has received for her anti-vaccine and all this kind of stuff that she made the statement about, is that, because she said she wasn't going to vaccinate her child, is what she said. And that was the Instagram post that started all of this, if you guys remember back in the day. What was interesting to me is that there is not one negative comment underneath her Instagram post, okay? Every single one of them is absolutely just, I love you, I love you, I love you, and thank you for making this video. I know how tough this was, on and on and on, which is very interesting to me. So basically what she's saying is she's deleting the negative comments, okay? Why'd you make the video then? I just don't understand that. Like, if you're going to come out and you're going to talk to the people that are your fans, that are your followers, that might have some questions about this, because my guess would be that there are a lot of Kat Von D fans out there, or people that were her fans, that don't agree with her on this whole anti-vaccine thing that she had a very strong opinion about before, and now she doesn't have a strong opinion about whatsoever. It's you're really speaking to that specific group, okay? You're not speaking to your haters. You're not speaking to the people that just love you and will never see anything negative or positive about you, whatever. They just are undyingly in love with you. You're speaking to those people that are like in the middle, that love you and have followed you for a long time but are confused. So if you are speaking to them, right, there has to be some of them out there that say something like, I'm very confused by this, because if you've watched the story go down, she didn't say anything in the video that clears it up. What she said about the anti-vaccine is that, you know, she heard everything that people had to say, kind of, but that she didn't like how they said it. And that, and there's always that. It's like, this is what happened, but you did this. This is what happened, but this, okay. So then she goes in there and she says all that. And then she says that she has been she and her, husband are consulting with a physician, and that they have decided not to disclose her child's medical records. Well, I don't think anybody's asking for that, okay? And quite frankly, I don't know what world we live in where we think it's Kat Von D's responsibility to put out there her child's medical records. It's not, period, okay? And you gotta think about this on a smaller scale. Yes, she's a public figure, but do you think you would release your child's medical records publicly if somebody asked you? No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a stance you are making on anti-vaxxing, which she never addresses, and what she says in there is, you know, the decision that we've made, we're keeping just between ourselves because I've learned to keep that private. No, what you've learned is that when you have a public opinion that goes against what other people believe in, it bites you in the ass. And that's what you don't like. And so this is damage control. You're trying to clean this up and it bits you in the ass, okay? Because if you really believed in the stance that you are taking, you would publicly come out and say, we consulted with our physician, we consulted with, you know, these people. I've done so much reading because she talks in there about, you know, as a mother, she reads everything. She looks on, you know, backs of food and all this kind of stuff. She really gets her facts together. If you really felt that educated and that intelligent about the choice that you were making, you would have no problem coming on video and defending your stance. But what she says is, I'm not going to say my stance. Well, girl, we all know what your stance is if you're not going to come out and say you have a stance. We already know what your stance is, okay? I mean, so, I don't know. Did anybody else catch up on that? I just thought, like, if you're going to make a video like this, like, there's a lot of people that love Kat Von D. If you're going to make a video about this, you need to really make the video. And the thing for me was that the first part about her talking about her past work environment and how, you know, detrimental that was to her, which I can only imagine. Like, I felt like that should have been a completely separate video from the anti-vaccine thing. I really did. Like, I felt like that was a story that so many people would relate to and be like, man, I've been there, you know? Like, and I understand what you're going through. Like, it was hard because as an observer watching this, you're kind of having conflicting opinions about what's going on, but we're talking about two completely different subjects here. So I left the video very confused, and at the end of it, she reads this video, or she reads this letter to her haters, okay? Why not write a letter to the people that have stood by you? Why not write a letter to the people that love you, you know? I mean, what's your point that you're trying to prove here? The keyboard warriors, the people that don't like you, the people that have real concerns with this anti-vaccine thing, because it's not like a light issue. You not having your child vaccinated, and I know there are a lot of people out there that choose not to, but you not having your child vaccinated, as I understand, in 2019, could affect other children out there, okay, in daycare and school systems and things like that. So it is very interesting to me, and the topic is a topic that a lot of people have very, very strong opinions about, mostly parents, right? So you can't just come out and say, I'm not going to address this. Oh, and by the way, let me read a letter to my haters, you know, like, you're going to spread more, if you spread more positivity and love in the world and whatever. I don't know. It just felt like a total miss to me watching this video. I thought she could have done it in a much stronger way. And I will tell you this, okay? One of the things I really respected about Kat Von D, or that I've kind of liked about her, right, was that she seemed like having watched her, you know, on some TV shows. Like, I wasn't like an avid watcher of LA Inc. or anything like that, and I didn't watch Miami Inc. But having watched her and stuff, I always kind of thought she was like this very strong woman type, you know? And that was, yes, very opinionated at times, but stood her ground and had built an empire for herself and all this kind of stuff, right? Okay, go with that and have that same opinion and have that same confidence that you have shown the world, and stand behind your stance if you really believe in it. Okay, then you shouldn't think that anything that you're doing is wrong. And we have to remember how this all started was because she chose to engage in all of this, right? There just seemed to me a very, like, I'm talking about the second half of this video, not the first half. There seemed to be a lack of awareness of, like, the real story of the anti-vaccine and what had gone on and why people were coming for her. And I really went into this video hoping to be convinced otherwise about Kat Von D and what my opinions about her were, but I just didn't get that at all. And, like, as somebody that, to be honest with you, 100% honest, like, I really don't give a rat's ass about Kat Von D. I can't even remember her name. Kat Von D one way or the other. I just don't, you know? It's interesting for me to watch from afar, but I don't have any huge investment, you know, emotional investment in her. So as somebody going into this with no emotional investment, just wanting to watch and see what happens, I just was like, this was not the video. Like, I don't know what you were trying to achieve by this video. I don't understand it. To wait this long to come out and talk about it. What was sad for me is it's interesting because I do think that Kat Von D has a strong voice that people will listen to. I think there were parts of this video that were very relatable to a lot of people, but the anti-vaccine is a huge issue and she just did not address it. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think it's interesting that the video is disabled, no comments? And she says in there, now you'll understand why I'm not putting comments, because of all the hate that you've gotten. But then are you deleting comments on Instagram too because you didn't say anything about that? And I don't know, I'm just really interested about this whole thing. And how excited are you guys for Jeffree Star's reveal tomorrow? It's going to be exciting to see what happens. I think it's going to be some absolutely, now I don't love the packaging, I just don't. But maybe my opinion will change. It may change by tomorrow. I may wake up and be like, oh my God, I have to have that jewelry box. Or it may not, you know? But I do think it's going to be some absolutely gorgeous shades of blue. And I'm really excited to see all that. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.